Hey there, happy Mercury Day. I hope you're doing well. Let me make sure. Sorry, I didn't even make sure yet. Okay. Hey there, happy Mercury Day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. Everything you need to know pertains to me and my services is located in the description box below for you to see. For this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading, I will be channeling with the penguins who are spreading the clear size good and there is good. If you hear any extra sounds during this reading, know that life is lifing. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated and it's helpful. And let's begin this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. For this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading, the topic is the overseer, the observer, the shepherd. Let's get in there. I said the topic already. The first charm here is patience, which is a noun meaning the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. There's something here. Oh, we have here bees, the bottom and the bad meaning. It has the zodiac signs Aries and Leo. It says too risky, unwise gamble at life with or at life or with something. Icarus, impulsive, childlike mentality, sting, making a decision, jumping without thinking about it first, without a decent plan, without consideration of effect, consequence, doing something, making a decision without knowledge, without info, being new at something. And we have here Odin insight. Oh, we have here Ansuz, ANSUZ, and it says Odin insight, communication, inspiration, true vision. And then it says here Bull, the good omen, the good meaning, and it has a zodiac sign Cancer here, and it has a number 11, marriage, union, creation between lovers within self and general, energetically, flow, allowing, letting go, harmony. There's strength and grace, love, softness, the womb, creation, the process, concept, water birds, graciously stern. This may not have to do anything with this, but there could be something about withdrawal. Maybe someone's overseeing someone who had withdrawal or something like that. And there's something with like patience when it comes to that, addictions and withdrawal. Or like there's something about, if it's not that, it's like over being the overseer or something like that for someone or like a collective, um and it's to like make sure that, I don't know, like they're on the right path, they're doing the right thing. It has to do with having patience and having overstanding and understanding or something like that. um and yeah, there could be something about withdrawal or someone just going through something and like just being, I guess, the person or the energy there that is just there for when whoever is going through a withdrawal or some type of loss or something, being there for when they are done grieving or of some type of loss. And then there's just something about it sounds like even like a parent who like already gone through something or something like that. And of course you have your children, and like just knowing the process of, I'm a deja vu right now, it's crazy. I feel like this is like, well, and I said this too already. I feel like I said this like a lot of times, this exact moment right here. um okay, I'm leaving it alone. um I'm gonna go on. So what came out is the Five of Cups, King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, summary of that is the King of Brooms, King of Wands. Top of the deck, usually watching this right now, is the Seven of Pentacles. And to clarify, the Five of Cups and the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands. And yeah, the Devil card, the Two of Pentacles. And then we'll read this at the end. Is Renes, Les Banes, replenish and recharge. There could be something with the episode of So I was getting the Russian doll, and like, there's a lot coming up right now. Sorry, that's crazy. I was getting the Russian dolls. Is that what it is? And it's like when you open it, there's another doll in there. When you open it, there's another doll in there. When you open it, there's another doll in there. When you open it, there's another doll in there. And then I was watching something. There could be something with I was watching Neil deGrasse. Is it Neil deGrasse Tyson? The Star Talk with Chuck and what you call it? I forgot if she was a neuroscientist or something like that. And they were talking about something with genetics and stuff like that, and how stuff are passed down. Something with that. And then there could be something with ancestors or like parents. Horse Girl is coming up as well. And it's like kind of just birthing yourself. There could be specifically something with women, mothers, and it's just like continuously just like birthing yourself and birthing yourself and birthing yourself and birthing yourself. And then all also was getting from Agatha all along, what you call it, specifically, I forgot her name, it's with an L, her episode, and then is it Lydia, I forgot her name or whatnot, but her episode in Agatha all along. And it just seemed like throughout the show that she was just a kooky person. She was randomly like having visions and screaming. But her episode, all of it like tied in together. It was like pieces of puzzles or whatnot. Like basically it was just, and then it all came back to like her, back into her lesson, her divination lesson, and time. Okay. Mm. And then there's something about been there, done that type of thing. And at this point, like being the overseer or whatnot, what's also coming up is when I remember some type of reading. There's just something about being the overseer, the observer, the shepherd, the been there, done that type of energy, where it's like, I'm trying to get it out like without word salad. It's like um already knowing, like it's just cosmically ethereal, whatever, like just already knowing all kind of thing. And there was a reading where I mentioned like there's something about like everybody could be, things could be happening, everybody could be everywhere, but like there needs to be somebody who keeps the order, keeps the peace. Like everybody can't just be everywhere here, and somebody needs to be the one that has to have that level head or whatnot. And there's something with that. And just been there, done that type of energy. Someone has experience, someone is like in charge, is the boss and all that stuff when it comes to something here. It with somebody holds the stability, holds the resources, the world or whatnot. I was talking to somebody about this too. It's crazy because it was just like I was telling them that like the moment I realized that I was the adult. When I was like taking care of like children, and at some point I had to like really like say or like be the adult there. Like I usually haven't like really had to have that position to like say no to a child or put my foot down and like be the adult or whatever or parent a child until like one of my patients. um she was going into preteen and all that stuff, honey. And at some point, I had to really be like, okay, like I really got to be an adult right now. Um, mm, and okay, there's something about growth, expansion, more, something about progression and moving forward. I feel like there's something more about growth and something about progressing, needing to move um, the collective forward, moving the energy forward. And then shepherd, I'm getting like with the sheep. Um, Without the shepherd, basically the sheep just like being scattered and everything, but the shepherd, is, especially with the sheepdog, um, is able to like be like to redirect the sheep and direct them in the right area, type of thing. There's something here about it could be nurturing. There's something here about stability. And that's what I mean, holding down the house, being the one to make sure that um, whatever this energy is, like if it's growing, if it's growing, if it's progressing, it's like in the right way or whatnot. And then man, I got the scene of Joseph, King of Dreams. I don't know why this reminded me of it, but that scene in Joseph King of Dreams, it was after his brothers sold him and all that stuff, and then Potiphar, is it Potiphar? I forgot. Whoever's wife um lied and said Joseph did this and that, so he threw Joseph in jail. And like he was with other prisoners, but at some point he was alone because of other stuff. Blah blah blah. Watch it if you want to know what I'm talking about. And like he was like upset at first, but then there was just a scene where um he grew a tree, and he built like rocks and dirt around it. And whenever the tree would like fall over, he just found ways to like have the tree. um and people do this, I think, also for real, with the tree and the thing. They have like things to hold the tree up so it can like grow properly this way. So there's something about that too, being that overseer, that boss, maybe a parent, or whatnot, and keeping the stability of something, making sure that you overseeing it, making sure it's growing right and properly or whatnot. And then yeah, there's this heavy like been there, done that. It feels like a parent again. There could be something with ancestors. There's something with like when you're in a black person's home, basically, and happy Black History Month, by the way. Um, when you're in a black person's home, it's like those nice like um black statues and stuff. You know what I mean? Like those little like statues, and they even have like the the what you call it, the paintings and stuff. There's something with that there. Okay. Been there, done that. This feels primordial always. Again, oh, it's Lilia, not Lydia. Lilia from Agatha All Along. Some type of mom energy. Black, it could be a black woman, black women in general. There's something here. It feels like an addiction and like withdrawals. It could be that. There could be something about like someone being hurt or some type of loss or whatnot. And for some reason, I just feel like someone is there overseeing someone as they're going through this process, or like this is like the collective, and it's like, okay, once like this person who's going through this withdrawal, once like the child or whatnot overcomes this hurt, this or whatnot, once or this loss, once the collective like kind of like this whatever's going on, the it passes by or whatnot, um whatever the energy is, whoever that is, once they turn around, they'll see that they're there. There's something here about upholding stability, even resources. Um, Someone who is responsible and makes good decisions. Yeah, that is crazy. It's like just being there for when, yeah, needing to replenish, recharge. And then it's reminded me of Moses, or whatnot, when he striked. It was one of the movies that I have personally, and he striked the side of the um, rock or whatever, and the water came out, and he was trying to explain to the people after they were free and made it to the promised land that whenever they need water or food or whatever they need, God is just going to give it to them. And there's just something about, yeah, patience. And then it feels like responsibility, and someone just like isn't just being there as something is progressing and growing, making sure like the right things are happening, going on. Five of Cups, King of Pentacles is what came out. Someone could have gone through something before, and they are like already like an expert for it or whatnot, or like something with a loss is not really a loss, it's like a gain there. Yeah, and it's like experience. I've been there before, and it's just like I was explaining to that person too. I was like, it's crazy. I would see her, like my patient. I would see her doing stuff, and it's crazy. She think that I really just she just thinks like I'm like Chanel, her nurse, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just so interesting. Mm. The shoe on the other foot, and I'm like, girl, I could see everything you're doing, but I'm gonna let you do your thing, and I'm gonna be here when you need me. There's something about withholding, safety, and all that stuff. Whenever something like falls or something, top of deck, usually watching this right now is the Seven of Pentacles. Currently, there's something about nurturing something, putting into something, taking care of it. Something is like divine timing, like it always happens no matter what. And things could seem like they're bad or in like, yeah, it's always divine timing, but it always is. And it always feel like it's good timing or whatnot. Like always feel like it's gonna be really bad, but it doesn't. There's always like some type of breakthrough. Top of deck, usually watching this right now. Oh no, to clarify, the Five of Cups and the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Devil, and the Two of Pentacles. Someone's seen something is always is. This is seen before. Something is seen before, and something is gonna be there whenever this all blows over. Interesting. Renaissance Banes, replenish and recharge. Wash away spiritual impurities. Feel the water carry away all negative attachments that cause ill health and undermine your emotional well being. Make time to refresh and renew your energy fields. Rennie's Lesbians is a thermal spring in Provence that Mary Magdalene and Sarah would have known. It was also popular with the Romans. Water is a vehicle of spiritual essence and has a memory and consciousness. It has been used as a source of cleansing and purification for many thousands of years. Ancient cultures venerated springs and wells because the water bubbled up from the body of the earth goddess, carrying her messages and blessings within it. People would dress the wells and springs with flowers, vegetables, and bright offerings on certain days of the year, celebrating the waters that sustain life. Water is also believed to be the vehicle from which all life on earth originated. Yes, there's something about primordial and like cosmic waters and stuff like that. Water is a sensitive medium with a consciousness that can understand and retain subtle vibrations and energies. It can take many different forms and be a powerful force that can break apart boulders when it freezes and has the power to move mountains. As your body is mostly water, it is sensitive to vibration. You can discern positive and negative influences through the water flowing in you. Before you drink, charge the water with positive thoughts and intentions. The molecular structure of your water will change so it becomes a healing tonic. We have here Capricorn. You could be that sign. That sign could be in your chart. It could be the energy of this reading. Anyone around you, the planetary placements. There could be something with family. There could be something with addictions. There's something with like, oh, why? There could be like a mother or something like that. And I don't know if they're dealing with like a child who has like is addiction and withdrawal. There's this what was that movie? I forgot what that movie is called. Um, but basically, they at some point they locked their son, in the room because he was like just doing heroin and all this stuff. Um, and he was freaking out, and it seemed like it was bad, but like nah, like so I don't know, there's something like that. Like, and then they were there for like whenever he, withdrawal. And there's just things I know there are people who are like, oh, why are you enabling this? Why are you always like accepting back or whatever this child or whatever who's doing this? And yeah, just something about that. That's it for this week's um Mercury Day Energy Reading. The topic, the overseer, the observer, the shepherd. If you would like a personal reading, you can visit my link tree. You can email me, set up a day and time. They both will be in the description box for you. See, like, comment, share, subscribe if very much appreciated. It's helpful and peace out.